Hello and welcome. Thanks for stopping by. So let's talk Halloween decks and autumn decks. I have a giant pile and I'm going to have to sort of sort it into categories, I think. And I hope it isn't too long. So I just got back from walking the dogs and I have my chai tea with oat milk right here with me, ready to warm up and show some decks. So the first one I want to share is, I think everybody is excited about this, is the Haunts Oracle from the Southern Gothic trilogy. It's a 40 card deck. I have pulled out my original Haunts cards from the Southern Gothic, the original one, on the rose petal cardstock. So we're going to have a look and see what's new in here and if any of the ones from the original are not here. So there's the quote on the inside of this box. Each one of them has a quote. And oh, I didn't notice there's also a quote on the edge of here. Oh no, it's not a quote. Is it? It's just something from a podcast talking about Stacy's decks. So, let's take a look. It's edged. I think it's edged. It seems, it's very mute color, sort of a very, like, almost pearlescent silver. Let's get this off. Don't want to mess up the cards. It's on there tight. Come on. Okay. Struggled with that. There's the backs, and the originals, because they were part of the Southern Gothic, were the horseshoe, the wishbone. And we're going to need to zoom in. But let's look at the guidebook first, before I zoom in. Okay, so we're just kind of talking about the creation of the deck. Okay, and the history, the very troubled history of the South. I think that's nice that she addresses that. She does some case studies of doing spreads with these cards. Interesting. And then she has some spreads, and then a guide to the cards. So that's how much you get for a card. Okay, so I'm going to do a flip through, and if any of the cards come up in the other deck, I will compare and maybe do some pairings, because we're doing Halloween decks. Put them like that so you get a longer view of them. I like that we have something that speaks to your power against fear. Okay, so Hellhound was in the original, and just like with the other decks, the colors aren't as bright, and it isn't as sharp, which I'm torn on. I don't know why. I feel like writing an email and asking why this change. It doesn't seem like a good change. Okay, and here was the original Bell Witch. And Mothman, we had also, here's the original Mothman. Yeah, see, these guys were green over here. I mean, I like that we have more cards, but I just don't understand this choice. There's that guy. Huh, I like that. And she was in the original. So I get kind of making her more ghosty. And this is definitely more clear, being able to read the headstone. Should use my pointer I got. So there's that. And this is also, so this is another one where I don't hate the change. I kind of like that it's more green and spectrally. And this feels like you're kind of in fog, which I don't mind. And there she is. And I prefer the original on this one. And there's this one. I have no preference here on this. And then there's also this one. So we're more zoomed in here on this. I think I preferred the more zoomed out. But other than that, I have no complaints about, because we've lost this stuff in the back, that it's not as sharp. It doesn't matter to me. On the whole, I'm happy to have a much larger deck and just of hunts. So let's pull out some other decks and see if we have any pairings. Okay, so I have Unfinished Business by MJ Cullinane, and I think I started to record a video of this and then abandoned it for some reason. The inside of the box I don't think has anything of interest, but let's see. Nope, it's just a cardboard box. That's the back of it. I don't know if you can still get this or not. So I think this is going to pair super nicely with this Haunts deck. So this is the guidebook, and it's really good. I got she had like a companion book that I got. It's more of stories about the characters in the cards. So it's cool in that way, but it's not like, I don't think it's useful as like a guide for reading with this deck. And this has some spreads in it probably. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do a pairing. Okay. This is perfect. I already love this so much. So there's something that was pointed out by Krista's Chronicles and about the quick cards, and I'm going to pull them out and talk about that later. But this is like a match made in heaven, I think. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited about this pairing. Yes, and yes. Huh. Toxic nostalgia and infatuation. Yes, I like this a lot. This is an excellent pairing. I will be using this. I love it. Just a little more because I love it so much. Abundance and good fortune with the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. Awesome. That feels like a good place to stop. And I'm going to pull out the Kings and Queens so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're going to start with the Wands. And I think this pair is like the least matchy pair. But they're still pretty matchy. And love that about it. Got the fire here. It's like he's filming her and that fire is that fire, which I think is very cool. And then the cups. So I like to look at the Queen and King and see if they pair up nicely in a deck. Like in an animal deck, if there are different animals, that kind of bugs me a little bit. Not a big deal, but it does bug me a little. So they all feel very much like a matching couple. Okay, so I don't think this is a terrible idea to start with an oracle and then see what pairs with it. So this is the Lost Oracle, which at first I got it, I liked it, and then I just it wasn't clicking as pairing with anything very well. And then I got another tarot, which is very Halloween-y, and they pair perfectly. So this one's mass market. That's what the guidebook looks like, real quick. And the tarot that I think pairs so well with it is Agatha All Along. Let's see, do it that way. Agatha All Along by Insight Editions. And then this is the guidebook for Agatha All Along. I love this show. I've watched it 3 times now, I think. And then the minors, yeah, just as much. So, the Lost Oracle was living in purgatory, and then I got Agatha All Along, and I was like, oh, what am I going to pair with this? Not that I have to, but I like to. And I pulled this out of purgatory, and I think it is a perfect pairing. Very witchy, goes along with Agatha. And it's not too busy. Come here. And I just think it just works. I keep getting this card. So what do you think? I think it works. Just feels witchy and like, this feels like another spell pairing. I have one other pairing that is a spell pairing. I'm not going to show it here just because it's not Halloween-y. But maybe I'll do it in a different video. Yeah, this is nice. This is super nice. I like this. I like it a lot. One more. Wow. Sorry about that. Very nice pairing. That's the only pairing I have for this oracle. And these backs. Like, I don't often love backs. I love these backs. I almost forgot that the Memento Mori oracle by Claire Goodchild also pairs with Agatha All Along. So let's have a look at that. Yep. I think this also works. The scissors, the scene with the scissors. I think it's the first episode. I think this works. Yeah. I think I like the Lost Oracle better, but this also works. And we should probably try the haunts with Agatha All Along while we're at it. Okay. So it works. I have preferences. I think I prefer this oracle with the Unfinished Business, and I prefer Agatha All Along with the Lost Oracle. But this does not work. Okay, that was fun to look at that. Okay, I just thought of another pairing that might be cool. It's the Folklore Oracle, which is fairly new. I haven't tried this yet. Oh, interesting. So that's cool. If you got this card with the card where she, I think it's the Hermit card where she's pregnant. And the Stolen Child. Wow. Okay. And I really like this. And again with the scissors. I hadn't thought to try this before. Oh, she's pregnant in the Justice card too. Fun. That is fun. Wow. Okay. Very cool. Pair it with, this is the HP Tarot, which actually I found this Moonlit bag, which I think is perfect with these keys on it for Harry Potter. So it's a fandom deck. So the Practical Magic Inner Witch comes with a bunch of extra spread cards and then even a little pamphlet with spreads in it, plus a guidebook, which here's what the guidebook looks like. And I love this pairing. I think, yes, this deck is more Thoth based, as is the creator of this deck also created, I will put it here because I can't remember the name, but it is also a Thoth based deck. But because it's basically illustrated in a totally different way than Thoth, I can just ignore the Thothy bit. Or Toth or Toth or however you want to pronounce that. I like that the Oracle brings a bit of color to the tarot. And it's kind of all tools that characters in Harry Potter do or might use. And I can't remember where or how I got this Harry Potter deck. I will try to remember to provide links below. If I don't and you want to know where to get it and you can't figure it out, let me know. So yeah, I like this pairing. Let's see how it looks with the Memento Mori. Interesting. I think it works. I hadn't tried this before. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see if I have anything else. Okay. Oh, I didn't show the backs. So those are the backs. It has a badger, a lion, an eagle, and a snake. I think that's a badger. And this is the Deadly Apothecary. That's what it looks like in the guidebook. And I think this works too. Fun. This is fun, finding pairings I hadn't thought of before. Well, this seems like a good place to stop with the agaric mushrooms everywhere. And I don't know. Do we have anything else? Let's try it with the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle. So this is mass market. It's the guidebook. I also have an indie version of this, but I'm going to show the one that you can get now. And I like this too. How much fun is this? Are you having fun too? Because I'm having a lot of fun. Wisdom with the Hermit. Wish with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Very cool. Oh, I like this. Oh, you know, I wasn't using this HP Tarot that much because I felt like I only had that one pairing. But I have gratitude now for multiple pairings with this deck. Look at these backs together. That looks nice. Okay, so let's try the Secrets of Wandwood. I love this deck. I think it's so cute, and I'm kicking myself for not having gotten the most recent version of the White Hair Wisdom, and there's another one, Cottage something. I went to see if I could order them, and the shipping, because of the stupid tariffs, is insane, and I just can't afford it. It's like the price of a deck or more. So this is my favorite pairing of these two. This is the Boo Tarot. And I think this is just fun and adorable. It's the Boo Tarot. And it is so cute. Cardstock is unfortunate, but these pair so nicely. And I use the Boo Tarot really pretty much only at Halloween. And I use, if it's not too cold out, I will sit out front on Halloween and let little kids pull a card, and the card tells them how much candy they're gonna get, which is just fun. And this pairing is chef's kiss. Just chef's kiss. So freaking adorable. And it feels like you could do a whole storytelling here too with these cards. Oh, I just love it. I could do it, just go through both of these, the whole deck on both of these, because just love it. Just love it. Okay, let's see what else pairs with Boo, if anything. Don't know. Let's try the Earthly Souls and Spirits. Feels like that's the only other one that potentially would pair with it. And it does. Gives it a little more grown-up feel. But it also works, and it's also fun. I never tried this before. Oh, yes. I am just having so much fun. Yeah. That's nice. That's very nice. Very, very nice. Hey. And I don't think I showed the guidebook in this. It's basically a story about Matlock hair, and each card is a story. So at Halloween, this is like my bedside deck, spooky month, and I just read one of the stories. Pull a card and read a story. It's very fun. Okay, in this bag, I have the Zombie Tarot. I got it secondhand and they didn't have the box anymore. And I edged mine in this dark green. And I don't know about pairings for this. Let's see. I bet Memento Mori is going to pair with it. So let's try that. Okay. So yes. Oh, the cure for the zombies. Sweet. It's definitely a more intuitive oracle. But with the zombies, I think it works. And I'm racking my brain to think if I have anything else that I pair with this. Oh, even the backs. Look. Yeah. Don't know. Do I need another pairing? Don't think I need another pairing. But do you have a pairing for this? And the guidebook for this, for each card, it just has some keywords, but that's fine. It's meant to be more of an intuitive deck. Fun. And the zombies are fun. I don't think we have to go through it a lot because it's been around for a while and been shown a lot. And it's an awesome deck. It's awesome fun. Yeah, I don't think any of the other decks I have are going to pair very well with this. We can try Seasons of the Witch. This is the Mabon. Got a little bit of a glare from the sun. And I don't hate it. Interesting. Kind of like it, even though maybe it doesn't visually go perfectly, but I don't know. Sometimes I change my mind once I'm editing because I'm looking at them at an angle and they're a little harder to see this way. But I think I like it. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, so I'm going to try it with the Tarot of the Unknown. This is the 5-year anniversary edition. To me, it's Halloween-y. And the story is so cute. I don't hate this pairing. I like it, actually. Oh, and Toad. Toad is perfect for this deck. There's the Toad. Or he's actually a bullfrog, I think, but we're going to, you know, kind of be iffy and ishy. It's Toad-ishy. I like this pairing. I hadn't tried this before. And the guidebook for Tarot of the Unknown is a separate, bigger guidebook, not a little white book. I don't have it handy. Oh, I like this. Well, and I don't think I really have, we could try it with the Samhain maybe and see. I don't know that it's going to be better than this though. I don't hate it. I think I like the Mabon better though. I think the art style, because these are different artists on these two decks, I think the art style of Mabon is better. And I think really that's all I have that I would pair with this. Let's go back to Mabon. Because I like it. I want to see it some more. Just because I want to look at my decks a lot today for some reason. Okay, yes. Very nice. I like it. I'm glad I found a pairing for the Tarot of the Unknown. Tarot of the Unknown is based on the Over the Garden Wall show from the Cartoon Network. Look, I have number 2 out of 500. I don't think I noticed that before. Okay, so I have the tarot cards from Spirit Halloween, and I have the Mythic Tarot. These are the same deck. So this one I got from Wandwood, and this one I got at the Spirit Halloween, the store, but you can also order it online. And the artwork is by Vera, somebody. I'll try to remember to put it below. This is the guidebook. It doesn't, it actually kind of says a little bit about what is on the card, but then the minors, I feel like, are a little bit less. It doesn't really tell you about what's on the card, the myth, the creature, whatever you want to. So I think these were approximately the same price. So the deal with the artwork is that, and they aren't in the same order, is you can actually purchase the artwork from the creator on her website and print your own deck. Or, if you want to print a lot and sell them commercially, you can do that too. That's why there's this deck, there's a lot of versions of it. So the Spirit Halloween one is on pretty crappy cardstock. I mean, it's going to hold up, but it's like bowing and twisting. And this one is much nicer cardstock. And this one, the one from Beaumont, so those are the backs on the one from Beaumont, and those are the Spirit Halloween ones. So if I was going to do readings like at a party or something, I would probably bring the Spirit Halloween one, just because if somebody spilled a drink on it or something, I wouldn't care. This one, it's kind of stiff, but you can roughly shuffle it. And then this one, well, I actually have it divided in half because of half of it is bowing one way, half of it is bowing the other, and I kind of wanted to show that. And if I shuffle them together, then, it gets very fluffy because of the bowing in different directions. Okay, the first one I think I'm going to try is the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle. Okay, so the major arcana the trump cards have these numbers on them, which I don't know what they mean. I think there's some other deck out there that has those numbers. Does anyone know what these numbers mean? Okay, so the Fool, I think, is the only one that doesn't tell you what the myth is on the card. And I just think this is a fun deck. It's just fun for Halloween, and I like this pairing already. I had never tried this before. It has a mermaid. Yay, mermaids. Yeah, I like this. Fun. It's fun. I'm having so much fun. I can't tell you how much fun I'm having. I keep telling you how much fun I'm having, so I can tell you. And it's basically a Smith-Waite based deck, so you don't really need a guidebook. I was hoping that when the Vauban one said it had a guidebook, that it was going to be a little bit more extensive. So I might have to create my own guidebook for this, looking up all these different creatures. Okay, very fun. Okay, so I have the Bohemian Gothic, the 4th edition. This one's from 2023, and the 3rd edition, which is from 2013. So they're exactly 10 years apart. Okay, so on top down, it's hard to tell, and I don't know if I can catch the light just right so the camera will pick up all the foil stamping, but there's a lot on this. And so at an angle, all I can see really is the background, and then everything this has the cold foil on it just looks shiny. So most of the cards are the same. There's some changes, like, you know, zooming in. Her face is a little different. The little girl's different, but for the most part, these decks are the same. The cardstock is different. It feels like it's the same weight. Maybe it's just the finish that's different. This one is more satiny, and this one's more matte. The 3rd edition is more satiny. So I'm not going to do like a full comparison of these two. This lover's card is actually, this lover's card is in this one. So the 3rd had 2 lovers, and the 4th has just the one. I think I also got the extra large. I haven't even opened it, and I think it has 2 lovers in it. So a little bit different, but on the whole, the decks are the same, except for the cold foil stamping and the finish on the cards. So I'm going to do some pairings, but with the 3rd edition, just because at my angle, like I said, I can't see, and the backs are different. I can't see the cold foil cards. Okay, let's just try it with Southern Gothic Hans, just because it's here. Well, I don't hate it. I don't know if it's going to be my favorite pairing. I haven't really tried to pair this deck yet with any oracles. And I don't dislike it. It's fun. I think this is very fun. You can almost do like storytelling with these decks together. And same with the unfinished business in this deck. I feel like scary stories. I like this. Okay, cool. Very cool. We've got the Practical Magic Inner Witch. Let's see. So this is edged in black. Kind of a holographic black. Let's see what we think. I don't hate this. Kind of cool. Don't think I like it as well as the other one, but it does work. Okay, let's see what else I've got. Okay, I think that's all I've got that pairs with this from the pile I have. If you have Bohemian Gothic and you pair it with an Oracle, let me know. And I think this is going to be the last deck in this video because it's going to be long and I have a lot more decks. And I feel like kind of have covered a category. So this is the Magical Creatures Tarot by the same creator as the Northern Animals and Wilder Hearts Studio. This is the guidebook. And it has extra cards. And it's on really nice linen. And we're going to see, I'm sure I've shown this before, so we're just going to see what kind of pairings we've got. So let's see how it is with Secrets of Wandwood. Okay. I think it works. I like that a lot. And we've got an owl there, an owl there. And the colors are good. And I like the nice one keyword. Oh, I have one of the extra cards in here. Privilege with the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Wands. This works. I wasn't sure going in, but I like it a lot. If anybody is selling the other two decks that I buy, the creators of Secrets of Wandwood, the Lovesies, please let me know, because just I really want the, I think it's the Magical Cottage and the bigger, I have the small White Hair Wisdom, and I can't justify $50 for shipping and then potentially getting charged when it gets here as well. I don't know if that's true or not, that would happen, but you know, a lot of people just aren't even shipping to the US at all. This is nice, very nice. I don't know what else would pair with this. We could try the Fairy Tale. Okay, let's try the Fairy Tale first. Nice. Also nice. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, I like that pairing. And then we'll try the Earthly Souls and Spirits. Okay, so we have that could be a crystal ball, and we've got a crystal ball here. Yep, this is good too. Witches with all of these mythical creatures is perfect. Yes. 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 Fun and fun. I am so happy. Okay, well, thanks for watching part 1 of my Halloween/autumn decks. And I hope you enjoyed that. And take care of yourself and have a nice day. Bye.